All right, man. 900 Bill, aka Little Third Party. Let me get my shit together. All right, here we go, man. So first of all, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for popping up on me, man, like this. How did you find this location? How the fuck did we end up here?
I live here. I sleep like right over there. I pee over there. I live here. Yeah. Kansas City's my home. You know, I born and raised here. Sometimes I leave and sometimes I go, but I'm always returning home. So I live here. Yeah.
This is it. This is home.
This is it.
I love that. That was actually that was a bar, y'all. That was a metaphoric way to say that shit. I like that, man.
Yeah.
So look, I appreciate you giving me this opportunity, man. Thank you so much for the time. For those that don't know, Spunk Jonas here. What's up, Quan and Bonjour Famil? I'm here with none other than
900 Bill, aka Little Third Party.
That's where we insert the applause and all that dope shit. I want to welcome y'all and thank you. We are here doing an OnSite brought to you by SprinkleSumSalt podcast. And 900 Bill, man. He led us into his home. So, first off, bro, I want to ask, who is 900 Bill? What do you do and why?
I'm an artist, creative. I love making music. I've been making music since I was 7. So when it came up like time to make a name as like an artist, I didn't want something that was like, necessarily tied into a genre, while the 900 can get mixed in some ways, easily, but it's also like, for me, 900 Bill is a goal. It's like I got 900 billion reasons I'm winning. I got 900 billion supporters behind me. I got 900 billion dollars to make. It's like I can go forever with it. And that's just how it stuck with me. It's like one of my first videos I dropped that was like a major video for me was a Billion Reasons, and it was a one mic version, but the video just hit for me because it just really showed like, and it gave my reasons of like, I got a billion reasons why you should or should not play with me.
Right.
So,
Yes, come on now. So, I want to ask why. And when I say why, part of it is why music, but also like you do multiple things. And so my question is why? Why do you have so much going on at once?
Man. So my dad runs a security company, and I've been in music for forever. Growing up as a kid, I'm going to tours, I'm seeing backstage shows, and I'm in the environment. So it's like, it's like it's so much over there that you're just like, oh man, I gotta do this. Right. And then you're hearing other people's sounds, and you got to make that change to it. It's like some people have a drive to go be a part of Congress.
That's word. He chose music for you.
I chose my people instead of the people.
Come on now. All right, bro. This is how this interview gonna go. So we have 900 Bill, but I want to get into Little Third Party. But before we do that, you said that you've been making music since you were 7 years old.
Yeah.
How did you discover your talents? That's something I love asking artists, creators in general. But how did you find out, like, because you have multiple talents.
I mean, I feel like as an artist, you never really find out that you're good at a talent until you're verified. Like somebody else has to really, like you're gonna think you're good at something. Okay. It's always that next person that tells you. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So like the cosign hits and you're like, all right, I could do this.
Yeah, it's like the cosign. Well, it didn't take the cosign to hit, but it's like the cosign really verifies like, oh yeah, I really can do that then. Right. Like I thought I was doing it good, but that means I really am hitting like that.
You're like, I can step off the porch.
I can go harder. Yeah. Okay. It's like you can ball. But when somebody gets that slam dunk on you, then it's like, all right, I don't want to play ball no more. Do you want to ball harder?
Right.
That's
a character decision.
It's a character decision. Yeah, do you really want to be on this court? And for me, like, I'm 7 years old. Me and my cousin are making mixtapes and
No shit.
Yeah, like we're making mixtapes, freestyles, putting it together. I'm engineering, like
What does that shit sound? Do you still have copies of that anywhere?
I still have a laptop.
Like
I still got.
that's MySpace and LimeWire days, right?
It's like before those.
Damn.
Yeah, like
Wow,
yeah, you know, I've got like old music. You know, it's like
I need a copy.
it's like yeah, I got an HP laptop. I got an HP laptop.
I'm not gonna throw you on the bus, man. I got you.
I'm one of those.
Copy,
Yeah.
Let me see that. Let me hear that.
I'm one of those that'll keep the hard drive in the back for sure.
Ooh, man, be careful for motherfuckers that want to. Never mind. But look, I want to ask you though. Break down a little bit of the distinction between little third party and 900 bill, because I think for me, my first meeting with you was probably little third.
More little third party, yeah.
Because you had music as well. It wasn't like you didn't have music, but I was introduced to you through like gaming and shit. Right. So again, that's why I say you got so many different talents going on. But again, what is the difference here?
I think that's like the main difference is like gaming music. You know, it is not gaming music, right? I do have a homie like Wax Dabby is my label. That's my conglomerate that I yeah. So Wax Dabby formed when I moved out my mom's house, got my first house with my sister, and we was just doing stuff. You know, we was just working. I was vlogging before I knew what vlogging was. So like my OneDrive, I got a bunch of old videos where we're just in the house doing stuff, and I'm talking to the camera, da 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 da. Who I'm gonna post this for, I don't even know. But I've been doing it. You know, I just haven't taken the time to click the post button or edit to post. You know, like it's like I just like to live.
I love that. Come on now. Is that the part of the distinction or difference between little third party
and 900 Bill? Yeah, 900 Bill is
he the artist?
He's the artist.
The music artist?
Yeah.
Okay.
900 Bill is 900 Bill is the music artist. Okay. You know, so yeah, he will drop the verses, the musical compositions, later beats.
The podcasting persona, the video gaming elements, the content creation, the edits. You're doing edits.
Yeah, I do edits. Yeah.
So is that
that's a little third party. Okay. Anything that I can offer to somebody else as a service, more so. You know, I'm a little third party to you, right? Like anything you need help, and I'm a big background character. Like I'm a big background character. I don't gotta be in the light. I don't gotta be outside. You don't gotta see me. Well, not even just 900 Bill, right? In the sense of, for me as a little third party, that's how I built a little third party. It's like, you know, I'll set up your entire infrastructure for your company, security included, cybersecurity included, and
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's little third party though. That's all the computer stuff. So like little third party is a gaming group, right? We have a gaming team that is a little third party. But you know, like we do competitive gaming, fighting, shooting, RPGs. Like whatever you make as a competitive round, well, we also have some game modes that we've made because I do a little bit of development too. So because I'm actually a tech guy, you know, like I'm a cybersecurity director for work. So
going back, sorry to cut you off, but going back when you said security, your father did security.
It's physical.
Yeah. For a second, I was thinking cyber IT because I know that's one of your talents that you are good at. So I was like, oh, he picked it up from his pops.
Nah, my pops is physical security.
Virtual, digital in a sense, bro. Like
beat that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
He's part to beat that, boys.
Oh,
well, it's just like. I don't know. I think that it did form me a way growing up. You know, it's like, yeah, you know, it's like, well, yeah, people are really like this in the world. And then, you know, it's like you get trained for physical. So what's the next way they can get you? You know, and it's like, as we go into the future, I just like to be prepared. So little third party is there to be a little third party to anybody that needs it. You know, you don't gotta put us in the credits if you don't want to. You know, we can talk all about that behind the curtain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's still business.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then 900 Bills I'm just here to create. You know, like I really, as far as like I'm in it for the money, like that's cool.
Right.
You know, the money comes, that's cool. You know, but the money's gonna come. Regardless.
Speaking of that, this is a good segue. I know I love those. I want to talk about so this doesn't sound like pocket watching, but really, I'm like, you have multiple streams of revenue because of what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And so ultimately, my question is, when it comes to streaming, there's a lot of different scenarios where streaming is in trouble, streaming is down, streaming is inflated, streaming is confusing. Do you even care? Does it do you any good? Does it hit your pocket? Does it help your branding or marketing? Do you give a shit?
I feel like people don't understand that like streaming is based on your community. You know, it's like where's your community come from? What community is supporting you? You know, that's really what streaming is, like a fancy word for being majorly supported.
Ooh.
You know, I'm being actively supported
Okay.
in places when I go places. You know, that's what streaming means, and a lot of people don't grasp or get that, and that I think that's the gap because you can't care. It's not your choice.
Right, right. It's
I just get on. I'm choosing to get on my computer and do whatever I'm doing, or I'm getting behind my phone and doing what I'm doing. And you, as the people, have to choose to support and like me and engage and help that grow. You know, like after a minute, you get brand deals and all that. Then it gets different.
Right.
You know, so it doesn't matter to me
Right now. Right.
Yeah,
right. Like you said before, if it works, it works. It doesn't money. Not the money.
Yeah, the money will come because I've made it so I have so many avenues that I don't have to have this one pay me off, right? I don't have to rap like the rents do, but the mortgage is paid. Like I don't know what to tell you, you know.
I don't rap like the rich do, but I flow like the mortgage is paid. I like that. That was a nice part.
I'm just
bro.
saying, like you know what I'm saying? It's ownership.
Hold on. Now we gonna I like that though. I like where you went with that. That's a trigger word for me. But I want to ask about, you mentioned before, you know, you didn't really stick to any one genre. You've been making music since you were 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to listen to your music, I would say that you do have. I'm not gonna say there's any particular person that I could reference you to, but you do kind of have like a crooner, auto crooner kind of vibe going on. Is that intentional? Like, what? I guess my real question is, where did your style develop from?
Kind of just me, you know. I don't really have an artist that I listen to say I developed the sound from. It's just really one of those things of like you play the beat and I'm a vibe, you know, like kind of what the mood is of the day that I end up making the beat, you know, like I was in the studio yesterday, first time I ever linked up with Coley, and you know he's Rager. I've never linked up. I've never linked up with the Ragers before. Like we've been meaning to link for a while. Like me and Coley bumped in a while ago. Yeah. You know, like I've never linked and actually got on. We've never done songs together, you know, and that's on little third party's part or not. You know, not enough 900 bill in the world, so. It's like, you know, I'm turning it up more. I'm stepping outside.
That's why we here.
My friends are opening doors. You know,
that's why we on the rooftop with this shit.
You know, that's why I said come to my house. Yeah.
You're laid out with metaphors. Actually, hold on. I got a bunch of.
And I'm laid back.
I wanna. You are. and what I want to do is take a moment and give you your flowers. I always like to just give people their accolades. And I think one thing that I really, really appreciate about you is your laid backness, your positivity, but also your confidence, bro. You don't give too many shits about what other people gotta say.
Yeah.
You'll comment here and there, but you just like, man, fuck y'all, because I'm getting money. And it don't even gotta be about getting money.
Yeah.
You really just be like, man, I'm doing me. And
yeah.
Y'all, all right, y'all niggas over there.
Some years ago, I was definitely more aggressive, right? I always like to tell people I'm Uncle Iroh, you know, like, you know, at one point I was inboxing, say I took it over, and then like, you know, they took my son and I had to, you know, I learned that I don't gotta get back at you. I don't gotta say something to you. I don't have to make sure everybody hears this, that, like, you know, it is what it is. When it comes time to address it, my phone rings, like, you know, my phone rings, I'm here. You know, it's just like
so, well, no, I like where you're going with that, and the reason I asked that is because I noticed, or the reason kind of the way it segued really, I noticed that you don't beef much. You don't. There's times when things come up and you'll have some back and forth, but you kind of stay out.
I will, right? Like,
you know what I mean? There's a lot of politics that go on, and you don't seem to.
Yeah, it's if there's two artists that I could mention when it comes to times like that, like where there's beef that could be created, it's like there's a Lil Wayne in me that's like my trigger fingers itching, but then there's also like my demon that's like I get typing, they get toxic in this bitch, because you know it's like I won't beef. I erase your hard drive.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not finna beef with you.
It's a wrap.
We not finna do this. I'm not finna. If I was really beefing with you, then we gonna.
You would know.
You would know. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's like otherwise, like it's just all. It's got to be all love over here, because otherwise I'm just disrespectful, and like, and I didn't know a line between it for a while, and then I learned the line between it. You know what I'm saying? I really did, because I was like, my trigger finger's itching, you know, and I'll just keep tapping it, because at the end of the day, there ain't nothing you can really say that's gonna set me down. You know what I'm saying? I'm never talking to anybody to set them down. Right. So it's like when you come to me, when you come talking to me to set me down, it's like now you're weird, and now I gotta talk to you. Like I'm not even. Yeah, like how are we here? Yeah. Well, I'm like 50 Cent. Like what do you say? Fuck me for? Right. I be stuck. You know, like when I look up and I know there's people that heard my songs and heard stuff and they got inspired from it. Like I know that you're doing certain things in your flow and style because you heard and you saw this. You know, like I don't pay attention that I get 100,000 streams every year, regardless of my flow pattern. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the patterns of music I release, I don't pay attention that I'm constantly getting monthly revenues off my music. You know what I'm saying? It's not an issue for me. I have friends that's got sync deals, distribution. You know, I know things. You know, and it's not that I'm trying to compare it or compete. You know, it's like, why are we doing that? If we were Kansas City, we would be a we. You know what I'm saying? But when we talk about Kansas City, it's that Kansas City or that Kansas City. It's never a we as Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? Nobody.
Let's talk about that, because
nobody wants to stand in the mirror.
Let me ask you that, because one of my questions is, why do you stay in Kansas City? Why are you here in Kansas City? But I do want you to answer that. But why do you think there is a that KC, or they, or them, and not a we?
I think
there's a lot of y'all.
There's a piece that stems from, like, you know, personal beefs, right? Like personal beefs, and that's my friend, you're beefing with him, now it's beef with me. I can't, you know, it's just principles behind that. So it's just what happens, right? So there's that spacing, but then here's the spacing of, like, I don't know how to speak for it, because I don't do it, right? Like I literally, every person I come in contact with, when I'm out here in Kansas City, I'm like, yo, what's up? Right. Follow you on Instagram. You'll see me actively on your page, liking stuff. And I'll be honest, sometimes I might not even see what your post was. Right. Because when I am on my phone, I'm engaging, and I'm just throwing up likes. The word is when I am on my phone. You know,
third party be out here great.
It's like it's a thing, right? Like, but know that if I add you to my story, I really fucked with it. Right. If I took the time to click the like, I still fucked with it enough, right? It's not that, because I'll scroll past, you know, I'm not clicking like on everything, because then my algorithm's ruined. So, you know, it matters. So, but it's like, there's no way to really speak to why people go that Kansas City or that Kansas City. But every time you point it out to them, it's like, why aren't we weak? Right. Why is it, oh, Kansas City's bad? Well, you know, you're posting that Kansas City's bad, and this is your post saying Kansas City's bad. Oh, well, I'm just talking about the people that, no, you're still dissing Kansas City while saying it. Right. Talk about those bad experiences. You chose a bad experience.
So let's highlight yours.
All the Hondas ain't bad. You chose to rebuy the Honda the 7th time. The one that Carfax said has been totaled 3 times, you chose to rebuy that. You know, like, that's your friendship.
We out here dogging the Hondas, man. I love it.
Hey, I did choose a bad car, because Hondas is nice. They don't be doing no wrong. They don't be doing no wrong at all.
So when we talk about KC, man, like, first of all, KC is known as a walk-up city, right? Recent shows prove that. That's just what it is, right? But how can fans support artists? What are some ways that they can support artists? Is coming to the shows one of the main ways? What are some other ways?
I think I think showing up to the shows is super important, right? That shows everybody else and all the content that artist can make. You know, like that's how you're supporting. When you show up to the shows, you're allowing that artist to show that wave of people that are there to see him, that support in person. You know, that matters. Ticket sales matter. All that matters. You know, so yeah, I think the best way for supporting an artist though is right now is just engaging with them on their internet though.
Really?
Right, wherever their social platform is, blow that up.
Okay.
You know, like if you're supporting that artist, then click those likes, throw those shares up for them. You know, like support that artist where they're at.
So speaking of where they're at, where are you at? Like you're on IG a lot, but are you also a streamer? Do you Twitch?
Yeah, I'm on Twitch.
Can we say Twitch? Like I be twitching.
It don't work. Yeah. And what's crazy is I think a lot of people used to just use streaming as like you just knew I was on Twitch.
Right.
You know, but now it's so many platforms. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
You're on Twitch though.
But I am on Twitch. Yeah, it's a little third party on Twitch. I stream from WeGaming.live, which is the platform I made. So you know, you can go on there and purchase merch and all that stuff on there. But yeah, I also have another business page that you can go on there and purchase computer parts, and like I let everybody know if you need some tech, I can get it low. A phone, probably not, right? I'm not doing phones. Those are what they are, right? I'm not in that category. But laptops, people get taxed on those so much, and you don't have to. Like it's just crazy. So I'm trying to be like not the pay less, but like almost the FUBU of technology for the, you know, check us, buy us, you know what I'm saying?
Like that. Right. So on the flip side of that, how can artists help themselves in KC?
I think they just need to stop. Artists in KC don't realize how much like, and that was part of the line I was talking about, right? You don't realize how much when you're dogging something, people actually turn away from it. While you're over here turned up, some people are like, hey bro, we feel you. But some people are like, hey man, and they just walk off. You know what I'm saying? It's not everybody wants that energy. So when you're always walking around with this like rough cloud because Kansas City niggas,
I fucking hate this place.
Kansas City sucks. Like it be the people in Kansas City doing this. No, those are the people you chose. Let's pay attention to that. You could go to another city and choose those exact same people and get stuck again. So it's not Kansas City that does that. It's not just Kansas City. Let's really talk about it. You know, why is it, if y'all can't stand in the mirror and be like, we as Kansas City have a problem. We keep talking about each other crazy on the internet. We always talking about Atlanta this, Atlanta that. Brother, all we ever see do we ever see Atlanta people talking about Atlanta bad? And that's all I be saying. I'm blocked by DJs on the internet but they still text my phone.
Slow down. We won't get too spicy.
I won't. But that's what I'm saying, right? I don't beef, but I will. And it's just like, there's this idea that there's a gatekeeping. You know, you can gatekeep in Kansas City. And it's like, no, you can't.
Right.
No, you can't gatekeep nothing. Like, no, you can't. I used to work at that hospital right over there, and from there I got more access in the city than you can. You know, it's like where you can gatekeep what? Like I can promise you, whatever you think you're gatekeeping, somebody got yesterday.
Somebody gonna find it.
Like
somebody gonna find it.
And that's it. Yeah, you know, it's like that's what I just wish people would understand. It's like it's KC. We gonna find a way. Let's do this. You know, like.
So look, I want to ask you. Actually, I'm going to jump ahead of a few questions here, but I'm going to go back a little bit. But for this one, I do want to jump ahead and ask you, because we're on KC. Has KC's window passed? Has like its moment of opportunity of getting spotlight? Has that passed?
No, especially because the Chiefs are here. You know, that's always going to keep the light. Because as soon as the team gets hot, you know, people flow to it, and we seen it already. We see rappers wearing jerseys, and you know, so they go where the party is. It's gonna happen. We've also seen like conductor
Yes.
getting beats and linking.
Yeah.
So placements. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, proper phrase. So, but it's like a lot of this stuff gets overshadowed. You know what I'm saying? It just gets overlooked, and so I don't think the window's passed. Like especially because we got the Olympics coming up, and I was talking to my sister about it, and she was saying how like every city keeps their rings after, and it's just like, oh yeah, that's gonna be a whole new spot for activities and things, and it's like,
we got FIFA coming next year.
Yeah, the World Cup, yeah, so it's like there, if there's any window, there's the window, but I think it's gonna cause a lot of frenzy and clawing at the walls from FOMO. So. And I think that's another problem that we can talk about in Kansas City is the FOMO that people,
that's the big one, right?
Yeah, it's like your FOMO is causing you to be the gatekeeper. Your FOMO is making you keep doing this. Like,
well, and some people use that as a bait too, right? They try to create a certain sense of like
urgency,
exclusivity, like
and it's like,
oh, I missed out on this.
Kansas City's this big. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes but Kansas City's this big. Like even tonight, people you've seen, never met, you met. Right. And it's just like there's people that I've seen around, and there's people I've never seen around, and I just all of a sudden meet, and we're from two opposite sides and some of us will be from the exact same side.
And yet somehow you're finally connected over here on the other side.
Yeah.
I love that.
So it's like Kansas City's so big. We got there's so much love here, right? Like I think that's why they be choosing red as the color besides the Chiefs. It's like it's so much love here, right? All the hearts. Yeah. All the hearts, it's just like I don't get why we can't stop posting negative shit about Kansas City. Like just at your people. You know what I'm saying? Just at your people. Maybe that's why Atlanta doesn't have. Maybe that's why it's not an issue in Atlanta or Chicago, is because they at their people.
Right. They just go direct.
Yeah, they're dissing who they're dissing because they just at them.
Okay.
They're not talking about the whole city. They just talk about them.
So I want to ask you. This is no segue on this one. We're just jumping right over, guys. But I want to ask you though. This is what I call the elevator pitch, right? So somebody catches you off the street. They heard a 900 bill, or they heard a little third party, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the project or the song that you would direct them to give them a snippet of who you are?
Well, I think the best snippet, like I won't say the best, my favorite out right now is still my Heartbreak Combo, which has like hits like Superstar and Waste My Love. Those, I just feel like that tape, I was in a different mind state, like there's an idea that like pain creates beauty,
right?
And I was in a pain, so it was, but it was weird because it's there's pains you live through, and that tape has years of work in it, so
a lot of pain in that.
So I think it's nice. Like it's one of my favorites. But like my latest tape is Emerald Taurus. Okay. That's still a favorite, right? It's got.
Name. I like that name.
Because I am Emerald's my birthstone. I'm a Taurus as well, so it links in. So.
Well, you big with the metaphors, man. I like that.
I don't even see them as metaphors. Really, I be speaking. Like it just flows. And so, like in college, they called me Poseidon. It was literally, we had the swim team. We was doing things. The water was moving. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't really on the swim team. Okay, but that's what. Outside of like me being addressed as Poseidon, when you saw me with the crew, you knew it was a swim team. Like whoever it was me, fellas, girls. Right. It was a crew of us. It's at least like 10, 15 of us. You just knew that's the swim team. Like, yeah. Like, so, I be chilling, I be doing shit. Sometimes I don't do nothing. I don't gotta say nothing to do something.
All right, man. Now look, We're at the point of the interview. I ask everyone this question. This is our closing question, all right? So when it's all said and done, when the album has been played, when the fucking contract is getting signed, what do you want the folks to walk away with as far as the experience of 900 Bill in your third party?
I want them to walk away with the ability to, or the feeling to be themselves.
Who is this?
You see, I'm in the.
Right now. Who is this?
I want them to walk away with the ability to be themselves and speak their mind. You know, we can talk.
I'm Jonas
I
here
think you need to talk right
with
now.
none other than
900 Bill.
he's gonna handle that. I'm gonna get our way up out of here from his porch. Love yourself like you try to love the world. Do something to earn your place in the world this week and just be some dope motherfuckers. Y'all have a good one.
Holler at Chi.
Be safe.
Good job, guys.